You get a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, a good battle in the black and blue NFC North. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And they certainly don't waste any time getting him involved. And we knew coming in that he would be a part of the game plan. But if this is a sign of things to come, he could be in store for a big game.
Now here's Aaron Jones. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Play action now, it's McCarthy. The sideline pulled in by Addison. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's second and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
They'll run the toss here with Jones. He'll push forward for about a yard. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 8. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. He'll step up and run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll put Addison in motion. Again, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. He runs with it. And he's in! J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. And, Greg, that is the way you'd love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, starting the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 1. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Pass is caught, that's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Williams. We're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
That's not an easy catch by any means, but at this level, Mike, you get paid to catch them all. And really, you get paid to catch the hard ones. And you know that hit, it's coming either way. And I remember learning as a young player early in my career, the hit's coming, you're going to get knocked to the ground. It feels a lot better getting off the ground and handing the ball to the official.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case,
completion.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Williams to the air once more. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll throw this one away. Incomplete. Receivers blanketed everywhere he looked. Gonna bring up a fourth down.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
Santos' kick is good. And the Bears are on the board. It's 7-3.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense ready now for their second drive. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And it's going to be third down.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit. There's no need to do anything reckless. It's third and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And they'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
In it to win it.
7-3 is the score. With 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Williams to throw on 2nd down. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. 3rd down coming up.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Bears first down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Throw it again. It's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control.
And he's in! Rome Odunze, touchdown Chicago.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. His kick is good, and the Bears are on top. It's now 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Throwing on second down. Over him in a flash, and he lost the football. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Bears offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the RPO, quick toss to Burden. And he's into the end zone. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bears. On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Bears will get out in front 17-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
McCarthy to the air on second down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
On first down, here's McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up, and
ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
2nd and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 3rd and 2. To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here's Ryan right now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That's fielded at about the 18. And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. 2nd half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Chicago.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On second down, it's Williams. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Third and long. Here's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on third and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the fourth down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up fourth and a mile.
Price now, the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the carry. From the 33, here's second and 9. In motion, it's Jefferson. They run it once more with Jones. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. To throw, it's McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
On the ground now with Jones. And it proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 2. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
McCarthy now to throw on first and 10. Ball on the 35. Here comes a second and 5. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Vikings first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And there's a great example of the pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success.
Open man is Oliver, the tight end. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. First time they've looked his way all game long. And he comes through with the grab and a first down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal. Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision-making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Jones will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Reichert now to add the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. To throw is Williams. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Pushed out to his left.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. Off play action. Here's Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Now after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Now he'll air one out, and this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think the second that ball left his hand, he wanted to pull it immediately back. I mean, he is lucky, Mike. That ball didn't end up going the other way. He almost gifted them a short field and maybe even some points.
The Bears sending out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. He'll find Jefferson coming across the field. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. They get 25 on that connection. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 6 coming up. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. He's got it! A great connection Separation there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 41 yards.
And that clutch throw, I think, Mike, just kind of puts overtime at least in their back pocket. But make no mistake about it, I think their opportunity to now win this game in regulation is real. Continue to dial up your best plays. See if you can push this ball into the end zone. I don't think you play for overtime with the ball where it is.
That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Here's second down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Throw on the run is complete. And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here we go. First and goal. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That's to the end zone and is batted away. It is incomplete.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line. Second down and goal. He'll get this out wide. Here we go. One final play. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago.